if I could play music right now of I used to pray for times like this, I literally would play it right now. They do it so fast nowadays too, you know? If something is talked about and it's not an invalid thing to complain about, they're kind of on top of it like pretty quickly, I would say. Especially with the whole like live tuning gameplay updates that they can do now for stuff like that, it's pretty sick because there's some sort of knob they can adjust, right? I don't know. We say this as like the regular gamers, but they obviously have whatever they do on their side. They have some sort of knob they can adjust when something is way too overpowered, right? So if you guys don't know, you can see from the pitch notes here, not pitch notes because this is a live tuning update. The live tuning updates, it's such a huge W in the game nowadays. Like, it's like them doing the live tuning update for the dribbling. Like, the dribbling did change this game completely. I don't know if you guys were aware of that. There's a bunch of like stuff over here that you can actually check out, right? So live tuning update number 2. It wasn't, I don't know if it was number 2 or if it was number 1. Live tuning update 1. Yeah, increased technical dribbling animation speed for lower rated dribblers. This change specifically impacts players whose dribbling related attributes are below 90. See, here's the thing, guys, right? In this year's game, I'm noticing that if I were to complain about certain things, something is done about it so much quicker. And I love that, okay? I do. Because the dribbling in the beginning of the year, I was really on top of. I'm like, these cards, they feel horrible in game. The dribbling is horrible, okay? I was ranting about it. People were against it, right? People were against it because they're like, oh, but it's authentic dribbling, this and that. And I'm like, you guys, some of you guys, not all you guys, right? Some of these people, you guys are clueless, right? Because in a video game, you shouldn't feel that much restriction. You know what I'm saying? So them doing this dribbling boost, it completely changed the game. Okay, completely changed the game. All those videos, they essentially became void because I can actually move properly. I think people forget how bad it actually was before they did this live tuning update, right? So listen, man, you just need to know what to complain about. And then if you complain about it and a change is done, it's good. I give them credit for actually rolling out with these changes. I did complain about it last year, but this year I felt like because it was like super passionate. I think because it was super passionate, they're like, we got to be on top of this. Live tuning gameplay changes are now available for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, PC, Stadia, PlayStation 4, and the Xbox One versions of FIFA 23. Made the following changes: increased stamina decay by up to 41% for constant pressure, press after possession loss, and press on heavy touch defensive custom tactics. You know why this is good? Okay, because okay, so here's the thing, right? Does a person deserve to use AI that is so strong just because you are leading, right? Do they deserve to use that? The answer is no, right? The thing is that attacking AI against pressure tactics is broken, right? They don't respond well to it whatsoever. However, them making like the stamina decay by 41% is a W, okay? Because that means that you will only deal with that lack of attacking AI for certain periods of the game. So you're going to do your best, right, to try to score 2 or 3 goals because, to be fair, it does break the attacking AI. So if you concede 1 goal from not being able to play for like 5 to 10 minutes, it's not as big of a deal. It was a big deal when it was the entirety of the game. Oh, I'm beating you 2-0 where I have been significantly playing better than you. But now because you did 1 button press, right? Custom tactic switch, in-game switch, whatever it was, all of a sudden I can't play anymore. So this stamina decay thing is a really big W. It's really interesting though, okay? Because I don't know how much it's going to influence the game, because I've actually watched games this year where players have no stamina, but they still perform decently in the game, right? I watched a stream from Nick where he was playing this one guy who was using that custom tactic, and his players had 0 stamina and he was able to score with the 0 stamina. Like his Rafael Leon was still able to score with 0 stamina. 0 stamina, your players should be complete garbage. Like they should be complete fodder in game, right? Because you only get to 0 stamina if you abuse that mechanic specifically. You would never get to 0 stamina if you played the game normally, like balanced tactics. You only switch to pressure tactics when you need to, like that kind of stuff, right? Not the entirety of the game. So yeah, very important for that. This is another really big one, the corner kick stuff. So there's actually reviews that I've done for this year's game where I had to remove like certain parts of clips. You guys know me. Normally I wouldn't remove the clips, but I just do it just to give people a better experience, right? But the amount of people that I faced that did that corner kick tactic, right, where they do the full power headers, right? Like it's the thing that like Harry does in his Foot Champs videos and stuff, right? Yeah, that's garbage, right? It's garbage. I'm not going to blame people for using that specifically, because it is a way to score a goal. It's a very overpowered way of scoring a goal. It's that I don't put down to the person as much. They're still ratty for doing it for sure, but it's a score a goal. Like that type of thing for me, I think is more on EA to fix, right? And they did do that. They did change it, reduce ball velocity from full powered corner kicks. Huge W, okay? Because that ratty corner kick tactic is garbage. It's complete garbage, okay? You know what was really weird about that? You can actually use manual goalkeeping in the middle of the 18-yard box, and it doesn't matter. Like the ball would still zoom past the goalie. There was actually like no animation to get the ball in the air whatsoever. It was just really weird. Like they would go back sometimes. It made no sense. Decreased accuracy of full powered corner kicks. So with this being done, you're probably not going to be able to score the corner kicks directly anymore if someone uses manual goalkeeping. See, the thing is that in a video game, I didn't mind it as much, but it is a stupid mechanic. Does that make sense? I didn't mind it as much because it was kind of like a counter to someone using manual goalkeeping, right? But can I give you guys an opinion? I don't know if you guys will agree with this, right? But I have an opinion on this. I like manual goalkeeping from corners because corners will never be skilled. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Because they're just headers. They're just a random header that you do. With crosses in this year's game, there is a way to score crosses where they're very effective, right? But it adds a variable to you actually defending with your fullbacks to make sure that cross doesn't happen, right? But a lot of it is like this, it's like this driven cross to the far post that's like really effective, or just the far post in general. Like you do a ball roll before you cross, and those ones are really effective. But again, you add a variable where people need to block out the cross, right? Which is, you know, at the end of the day, that's why I always tell you guys that your defenders need to be as full meta as possible, right? It's always nice to have a player like Kyle Walker to deal with that kind of stuff. But yeah, decreasing the accuracy of fully powered corner kicks, they're going to nerf the one where you can score directly. I like the manual goalkeeping for set pieces, corner kicks, you know, I personally like it for those. I don't like it in open play. I think open play is garbage. I'm going to be honest with you. I hate manual goalkeeping from open play. That's down to opinion for sure. I wasn't really like on top of them for that. That was more of an opinion that I have. I don't like manual goalkeeping from open play. But from the set pieces, from all that kind of stuff, I personally like it because it's not to say that if you use manual goalkeeping from corner kicks that you can't score corners. You can, but you just have to aim it in certain directions for it to actually work. You know what I'm saying? But it does eliminate a random variable in the game, which I personally like, okay? Because they are random. There's no way that you can make a corner kick a skill-based thing. There's just none. Unless you abuse a really overpowered mechanic like these full-powered corner kicks. So, yeah, definitely a huge W from EA. Very happy about it. I'm not going to complain about anything because that's a great live tuning update. Guys, I don't complain about stuff for the sake of complaining, even though some of the losers that will watch those videos, they say that I will. Let me tell you guys something, okay? If you don't complain about the garbage things in a video game and you're not on top of them when it comes to it, you're going to have it the entire time. I stopped playing Ultimate Team regularly. One, because of the whole balance of gameplay, game modes being horrible. I've already made that video. If you guys haven't checked it out, be sure to do so. But it was also because of the pressure tactic and the corner kicks and stuff. And I'm just like, this is stupid. I'm just playing a glitched game. That's what it is. It just feels like a glitched game. Okay, so guys, I think the next video that we're going to be doing is the World Cup mode. I don't want to start it because I think it's just like season play. Is that what it is? Is there an intro? Because if there's an intro... Oh, no! No intro. Don't show nothing. I'm going to make that into a separate video. But yeah, no, absolutely massive W for the gameplay patch. Really, really good stuff. It's really funny because when they drop these gameplay patches, you guys just like tweet me like crazy, send me like Instagram messages and stuff. Big W, by the way, is for like the leaks that are coming up. If you guys don't want to see this, like, don't check it out, obviously. But bro, Danilo Pereira chat. Look at this. Danilo Pereira. You guys know that I love Palinha, but Palinha's from Sporting, okay? This absolute beauty of a man, the babyface assassin, used to be the captain for Porto. So, you know, I'm all over this card. Palinha's gone, bro. I love Palinha. You guys know I do, okay? But they're going to give me 2 good Portuguese CDMs. And this is a CDM that could actually dribble and pass. Well, passing on Palinha wasn't actually that bad, but he could actually dribble for being the medium-high work rated card. And bro, he's probably going to have position change too. CDM to center back. Oh my goodness, I could still use Palinha, but I would switch it. I would use him as a CDM and Danilo Pereira as a center. Oh my god, EA, make him lengthy on a shadow, please, I beg. Oh my god, because he's a center back in real life too. Like he plays center back for PSG sometimes. Not sometimes. I think majority of the time, to be honest with you. W, man, absolute W. And then there's also the Canadian players that are coming out. I'm going to unlock those because Buchanan is a young talent. Laren getting that triple link set up, and then you put Alphonso Davies, and you can do something sick with your squad. You know, it hurts my heart, man. It really does, because this is such a sick concept if they had the right gameplay game modes. Like I said, if you guys haven't watched the rant, be sure to watch it. You got to rant, guys. I'm sorry to say, you have to rant. If something is stupid or you want something to be done, you got to do it. You know what? Credit to the EA guys, because I'm going to say something, okay? I think you guys have a different gameplay team. I really do believe that, because you guys are on top of it nowadays. You had live tuning updates for probably 2 or 3 years. You were never on top of it. I ranted about pressure tactics last year consistently, and it still stayed in the game the entire year. And then this year's game, 3 or 4 days after I made that rant video, you guys were on top of it. So GG's to you. Really appreciate it. Listen, it's just, when something is stupid, I like it being gone. That's it. That's all I want, you know? It's the same thing as the ball roll scoop. I hate that thing. Ball roll scoop and that new skill move that they added to. I hate that. We can't do anything about that. They have that in the game. It is what it is. But GG's. Huge patch. Huge patch. Guys, thanks for watching the video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. We're going to do the World Cup stuff.